Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Start.
Welcome to the meeting number 212 of the Turning Point Toastmasters. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I am Arunima Bilbil, Sergeant at Arms for today. In Toastmasters, we provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self confidence and personal growth. You are now inside the code of conduct of Toastmasters meeting. Please be advised that this meeting is being recorded and that it may not be possible for us to pause the recording. There are certain ground rules for conducting a meeting in a peaceful way. Let us follow them. Please be advised that any behavior that disturbs the flow of meeting will result in the removal from the meeting without any warning. Please ensure that all the noise making devices are either switched off or on silent mode. You have 10 seconds to do that. Please speak responsibly on religion, sex, and politics in your speeches. As far as possible, please keep your videos on, audio off, and applause flowing throughout. Be the kind of audience you want for yourself. Toastmaster of the day, table topic masters, and G. Please ensure a smart audio video check before handing over the stage to respective role players. Role players, please rename yourself as role player, your name, your club if you are not the member of the Turning Point Toastmasters. You have 30 seconds to do that. Please acquaint yourself with the role of the timer. The timer will be showing or changing screens, indicating the usage of the cards as per green, yellow, red, as per the time allowed for the particular session. We encourage you to use Zoom emoticons generously to encourage role players. We sincerely request you not to send chat messages to everyone or the speaker on the stage. In fact, refrain from chatting altogether and focus on the speaker. Reiterating, please stay on mute until specifically requested to mute. Polls will be launched after each section and they will be closed after 30 seconds. And as you all know that we have started the new term of the EC, that is from July 21 to December 21. And today is a very special day for us. We have our installation ceremony for the newly elected EC, and to do that, we have our area director Avinash, who will be doing the installation for the newly elected EC. Congratulations to the EC and welcome Avinash in our club. Over to you, Avinash.
Thank you, Toastmaster Arunima. The new leaders, the previous executive committee, members, and guests, a warm good evening to one and all present here. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to be the installation officer. It's my pleasure to be here. So now, I request the previous executive committee to please acknowledge the Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Nikita Jalan, the Treasurer, Toastmaster Rajesh Kumar, Secretary, Toastmaster Haritika Hauja, Vice President Public Relations, Toastmaster Gayatri Desmukh, Vice President Membership, Toastmaster Madhav Upadhyay, Vice President Education, Anand Katyayani, President, Toastmaster Unique Katnoria. At this time, you are discharged from all your duties and responsibilities. Thank you for your excellent service to this club. Please give a huge round of applause for the previous executive committee. I'm here to install the new officers of Turning Point Toastmasters. I will state their key responsibilities and remind them of the challenges that lie ahead. Their collective challenge is to make this club one of the best in District 41 This will involve helping the members achieve their goals as well as leading the club to President Distinguished Club status in upcoming year. Will the new officer please acknowledge when I'm calling you? Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Arunima Bindal,
Hi. Thank you so much.
Treasurer Toastmaster Rajesh Kumar,
Rajesh is not in the room right now.
Secretary Toastmaster Madhav Upadhyay, Vice President Public Relations Distinguished Toastmaster Rupinder Singh,
Present.
Vice President Membership Toastmaster Ishwari Goyal,
Present.
Vice President Education Toastmaster Unique Katnoria,
Present.
President Toastmaster Anshuman Mishra.
Present.
Thank you. Each officer is obligated to attend the monthly club executive meeting, to attend the club officer training that will be held, and prepare a successor for his or her respective offices. I will now describe the challenges and key responsibilities of each officer, beginning with the Sergeant at Arms. I request the host to please put Toastmaster Arunima Bindal in the spotlight. Thank you. Toastmaster Arunima Bindal, as Sergeant at Arms, you arrange the meeting location, maintain club equipment in working order, ensure that adequate club supplies are available, set up the room before the meeting begins, make all relevant education and PR materials are displayed, attend to special equipment needs, greet guests, and help the president make sure the meeting begins on time. So I request you to please place your right arm near your heart. Toastmaster Arunima Bindal, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will.
Thank you. I request, okay, do we have the treasurer Toastmaster Rajesh in the meeting?
No, we don't have him.
Okay, Secretary Toastmaster Madhav.
Yeah, present.
Toastmaster Madhav Upadhyay. As treasurer, you keep financial records and prepare the club budget. Announce when it's time for members to pay dues. Explain the due structure to members. Collect dues. Work with the secretary to ensure that the club submits dues promptly to the Toastmasters International World Headquarters. Toastmaster Madhav Upadhyay, I request you to please place your right arm near your heart.
Avinash, I'm sorry. I am
Avinash,
secretary.
This is Anant here in absence of Rajesh. I place my right hand on my heart, and what you described are treasurer's duties. So I promise on behalf of Rajesh that yes, we will do the duties of treasurer. You might want to describe now secretary's responsibilities.
I'm so sorry about that, Mr. Subhane.
Thank you.
Madhav
I
Upadhyay.
do.
Yeah, thank you. Madhav Upadhyay, as secretary, you maintain an accurate membership roster and attendance. Submit the new club officer list to Toastmasters International by June 30th. Work with the treasurer to ensure that the new members' applications and dues get to Toastmasters International World Headquarters as soon as possible. Work with the treasurer to submit your club's renewal dues to Toastmasters International on time. Provide the club with minutes of each meeting. Toastmaster Madhav Upadhyay, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will.
Thank you. I request the host to please spotlight Distinguished Toastmaster Rupinder Singh. Distinguished Toastmaster Rupinder Singh, As the Vice President of Public Relations, you attract visitors to the club through free publicity. Use a variety of means to promote the club in the community. Enlist your fellow club members in public relation activities, providing them with promotion materials and ideas for inviting guests. Regularly recognize member achievements with methods such as announcements, newsletters, emails, and articles that you submit for the newsletter. Distinguished Toastmaster Rupinder Singh, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will.
Thank you. I request the host to please put Toastmaster Ishwari Goel in the spotlight. Thank you. Toastmaster Ishwari Goel, as Vice President of Membership, you lead the club's membership building efforts to achieve the membership goal of 8 new members. While the Vice President of Public Relations motivates people to visit your club, you motivate the current members to invite guests. Promptly give new member application and dues to the secretary and treasurer. Personally greet guests and provide them with guest packets, including a Toastmaster membership application. Make sure each guest hears about the benefits of Toastmasters and get a personal invitation to become a member. And also represent a club at area council meeting. Toastmaster Ishwari Goel, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will.
Thank you. I request the host to please put Toastmaster Unique Katnoria in the spotlight.
Could someone spotlight me? I'm not able to spotlight myself.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay, we can see you now. Toastmaster Unique Katnoria, as Vice President Education, you gained commitments from members to set educational goals for themselves. Assure that club members are aware of the schedule of meeting rules. Plan meetings that will assist members in meeting their goals. Work with club members to keep meetings fun and well run. Work with the members to ensure that they submit their applications for education awards promptly. Provide for educational topics at club meetings, such as those from the successful club series and better speaker series. Represent your club at area council meeting, and as the second highest ranking officer, preside over the meeting when the president is absent. Toastmaster Unique Katnoria, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will.
Thank you. Host, could you please put Toastmaster Anshuman Mishra in the spotlight? Thank you. Toastmaster Anshuman Mishra, as President of Turning Point Toastmasters, you are the Chief Executive Officer. Thus, you preside at all club meetings and all meetings of Club Executive Committee. It is a challenge to see that this club add new members and meet the needs of its current members to achieve their communication and leadership goals. Establish a club climate that is supportive, stimulating, and rewarding to its members. Realize that among the resources are available to you. Fellow club members, club officer team, club officers handbook, area director, district director, and all other district officers. Toastmaster Anshuman Mishra, I'm confident that you will use the power and authority that a club has given to you wisely and with restraint. As a member of Turning Point Toastmasters, as well as its leader, will you work with the executive team and club members to make Turning Point Toastmasters a President Distinguished Club this year?
Yes, I will.
Thank you. I request all the members to please unmute yourselves and place your right hand near a heart. Members of Turning Point Toastmasters, your office's team has just pledged to serve this club to the best of its ability. To be the best Toastmasters club possible and to meet the needs of all its members, your club will need active participation from each member. Do you, as members, pledge to work together with the officer team to make Turning Point Toastmasters the finest club possible?
We do.
Yes.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
Thank you. As the authority vested in me as the area director, it is my sincere pleasure to declare these Toastmasters officers installed in their respective club offices. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to the Turning Point Toastmasters Club Executive team for this particular term. Now, I'd like to hand over the virtual podium to the president of Turning Point Toastmasters, Toastmaster Anshuman Mishra. Stage is yours.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Avinash, and congratulations to you also on becoming the area director of our beloved area. And thanks a lot, everyone, as part of the EC, all the members for joining today. It's a long journey that we have come through, and I'd really like to thank each one of you for electing me as the president of this executive committee. I still remember the first time as a guest I joined Turning Point Toastmasters. I was a very shy kind of guy who used to really tremble even delivering the first speech I gave in the offline meeting. And then Unique was my VP education, and there's this guy, Bhuvan, who used to be the president. Both of them really encouraged me to come forward, give my speeches, practice a lot, and improve as a public speaker. So much so that I get to be in a very key leadership position today when a club is going through a transition period. Our club is a Hall of Fame club. We have achieved everything that we desired to in terms of DCP goals. And over a period of time, we have had excellent leaders who have taught us essence of service leadership. Service leadership is something which I understood only at Turning Point Toastmasters. Service leadership is something which is a call from the heart and a genuine call to lead when desired and called for by the community or by the club. When you just go all out there to serve selflessly, it's not a personal desire. It's not something that if I'm the president of the club, I'll have something in my resume to quote 5 years down the line. No, it is something that in this transition period, I, along with all of us individually, are required to stand up and make sure that our club rises and delivers an excellent term in these 6 months. It's not it's not the EC which makes a Turning Point Toastmasters. It is all of us individually who create Turning Point Toastmasters as a club. And I'll try my best to be a good service leader if possible. And I request and encourage all of you individually to make sure that you leave a stamp that these 6 months you delivered something which Turning Point Toastmasters and Toastmaster Committee will remember for a long time. Again, thanks a lot, everyone. And now I look forward to the proceedings of the day. We have a lot of wonderful guests joining today. I'd like to call out their name. We have Richa, we have Udit, we have Mayank, we have Ravi, we have Dr. Haunlal, we have Sikand, we have Swati, we have Vikrant. Oh my God, looks like a very packed house today. And I encourage all of you to stay back for the next 2 hours. You'll have an amazing ride today. And sorry, Diana, you feel like a member already to me, but definitely a delight to have you around, Diana, as always. So I encourage all of you to stay back for the next 2 hours, have an amazing ride, learn about how Toastmaster functions, how we get to learn the art of public speaking and leadership. And I encourage all of you to participate in the table topics today, where yours truly gets to be the table topic master for the evening. Then, and at the end, I look forward to hearing your feedback on how the meeting went for you. To move forward, I'd like to invite one of the leaders at Turning Point Toastmasters I've looked up to from day one, someone who truly defines service leadership for me, someone who's constantly guiding us all, be it in the EC or as members, to excel beyond our comfort zone. I'd like to invite distinguished Toastmaster Rupinder Singh on the virtual stage to take forward the proceedings of the evening. Over to you, distinguished Toastmaster Rupinder Singh.
In 2012, my mother was diagnosed with liver cancer. Now, I'm not going to tell you a tragic story. Happily, my mother is very much alive and kicking. The cancer is in remission. That is to put all your fears at rest. Now, during her cancer treatment, she had to undergo something called a chemotherapy. The chemotherapy was carried out at a place called All India Institute of Medical Sciences. And just to give you an idea, the nurses there administer chemotherapy to over 2,000 patients a day. Let that sink in. 2,000 patients a day. It so happened that during one of her chemotherapy sessions, there was a person who was waiting patiently, as was my mother. He was supposed to go next after my mother. When they called my mother's name out, they also said that there will be no more chemotherapy sessions for today as the time is over. This person actually pleaded with them and he gave his reason. He had come from a remote place in Jharkhand, taken the overnight train, come to get chemotherapy done for himself. And trust me, chemotherapy is not easy. It is a very difficult procedure and it has after effects. What surprised me was that this fellow had come from over 1,000 kilometers to get treated, to get his chemotherapy, and then a day later he was going to go back to his native village. My mother, the kind and large-hearted soul that she is, said that he can go ahead and that she can come back the next day. Then I got to know why this person is going through all this hardship. I mean, why would somebody travel 2,000 kilometers to get a chemotherapy? His son was going to have a child sometime in September of 2012. All that person wanted to do was see the face of his grandchild before he died. Let that sink in. On that note, I would like to start with the quote of the day. The main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing. For this poor man, the main thing was to stay alive until he could see the face of his grandchild. And he had that focus. So much so that he would bear to travel in a train for over 1,000 kilometers, get injected with needles, with drugs that could easily kill an average person, and still find the fortitude to catch the train back home the next day. How did he overcome that pain? He kept the main thing the main thing. And today, we're going to talk about the main thing as it relates to different roles in a Toastmasters meeting. Speaking of a Toastmasters meeting, it is typically divided into 3 sections. We have prepared speeches where speakers prepare their speeches and they deliver them according to certain guidelines that are prescribed by the Toastmasters education program. These speakers are evaluated by speech evaluators. Then we have the fun part, which is the table topic session. And I can't think of a more fun person to host that session other than Anshuman Mishra, our presiding officer. Last, but by no means the least, the most important section of a Toastmasters meeting. That is the evaluation section, where everyone, including present company, gets evaluated. Today, this evaluation section is being headed by a general evaluator. I mentioned a moment ago that he is the Vice President of Education after the Vice President of Education. You see, when the Vice President of Education puts up his hands saying that he or she cannot find another role player, they turn to this person. I call him the Rahul Dravid of Vice President Education. Now, imagine what such a person can do as a general evaluator, as I call him on stage. Let's have a huge round of applause for Toastmaster Sumit Bansal. May I request that Sumit be spotlighted? Sumit, can we very quickly do an audio video check for you?
Is I audible, distinguished Toastmaster Rupinder Singh?
Yes, you are audible and you are visible and you are weapons free and clear to engage.
Thank you. Thank you, distinguished. Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Rupinder Singh. Every day we try to improve ourselves. As Rupinder Singh mentioned, I am the Rahul Dravid as a VP Education, but I am still not if I have to rate myself. I am also improving myself to become more disciplined as like Rahul Dravid. Similarly, if you want to improve your public speaking skills or you want to become a better leader, the Toastmasters, you do need the feedback from others. To provide this feedback, we have general evaluation session. In this general evaluation session, I will be heading this round, and with me, there are multiple role players who will be helping you. Since the start of the meeting, they have started working. To provide the feedback on the speeches, we do have evaluators. Evaluator number 1, Priyanka, and evaluator number 2, Arunima, will be providing a feedback to the speakers for their respective speeches. Similarly, on the other parts of the meeting, the quality part of the meeting, either we are on time, there is a language, proper language is used. We do have tag role players. The timer for the day is Toastmaster Diana. I would request Tech Master to spotlight Toastmaster Diana. Thank you. So as a timer, the role of the timer is to make sure we are running on time. All the speeches. Thank you, Diana. All the speeches have the time limit for 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, Toastmaster Diana will be changing her background to green color. At 6 minutes, yellow color, and at 7, red background will be present. Over and all, there is a limit of 30 minutes on both the side, in the lower side also and on the upper side also, post which you will be disqualified. Further, for the table topic session, there is a limit of 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, green card will be present. At 1.5 minutes, yellow background will be present on Diana's screen, and at 2 minutes, red background will be present. There is an upper limit of half minute. You can speak till 2:30, post which you will be disqualified. Further, in the evaluation session and the reports presented by all the role players in the evaluation, 2 to 3 minutes will be there. At 2 minutes, green card, green background. At 2.5, yellow, and at 3, red card. And there also half minute of grace will be present on the upper side. I would request all the role players to pin Diana whenever they are called on the stage, so they can clearly see the green, yellow, and red cards. Besides timer, we do have a counter of the day. As a counter, the role is to check our frequency, to measure all the pauses, to keep the track of all the filler words and crutches. I would request Techmaster. Thank you. So our counter for the day is Toastmaster Rama Chopde. She will be keeping note of all the us, all the filler words. I would request everyone to not use these words. These are just the noises and they are not adding any value to your speaking abilities. Then next we have grammarian. The role of the grammarian, to introduce the role of the grammarian, I would like to call the grammarian for the day Toastmaster Smriti. Over to you.
Thank you, General Evaluator. As a grammarian today, I'll be noting the good as well as not so good usages. And also it's my responsibility to introduce the word of the day. So the word of the day for today, it means giving strength or energy. Its synonyms are energize and refresh. As an example, a walk in the cool morning air invigorates me. So there can be other forms also, invigorating or invigorative. You can use it as an adjective or as an adverb. I request all of you to use this word while you deliver today. And I also request all the other club members to encourage the word, to encourage the usage of this word. I'll be presenting my report at the end of the day when General Evaluator calls me. And over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, grammarian of the day, Toastmaster Smriti. Me and my team will be present our report during the evaluation session, which will be held at the end of the meeting. I would still remind you again, please pin Toastmaster Diana's screen while you are present on the screen or present on the stage. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day, distinguished Toastmaster Rupinder Singh.
Thank you very much, General Evaluator. Now, before we begin the prepared speeches section, I am sharing a URL with you. If you have not filled it up, I will request you to kindly fill it up and stay till the end of the meeting. I promise you there is a surprise waiting for you at the end of the meeting, towards the end of the meeting. Now let us move on to our prepared speeches section, where we have 2 prepared speeches. Now, in that form that I have shared, I have asked a very simple question, that why did you choose Toastmasters? Our first speaker chose Toastmasters because he loves public speaking. Before I call him on stage, I would like to spotlight his evaluator, Toastmaster Priyanka Mishra. Priyanka, can you please do an audio video check?
Hello, Rupinder. Am I audible and visible?
You are audible and you are visible. I asked Priyanka, why did she choose Toastmasters? And she said she likes addressing people, interacting with them, and conveying her ideas precisely. And precisely, she is here to read out the speech objectives of her speaker. Over to you, Priyanka.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Our speaker, Mayank, is attempting his first speech of evaluation and feedback project. The purpose of this project is for the member to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback to a second speech. Timer, please note the speech length is 5 to 7 minutes. All the best, Mayank. Over to you, TMOD.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Priyanka, for reading out the speech purpose. May I now request that the speaker, Mayank, be spotlighted. Mayank, are you ready? Can we do a very quick audio video check?
Hello, good evening to everyone. Am I audible?
You are audible and you are visible. Mayank Sharma, rage against the dying of the light. Rage against the dying of the light. Mayank Sharma, take it away.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rupinder Singh. Hello, everybody. My name is Mayank, and I'm attempting my level 1 project 2, speech 1. The title of my speech is Rage, Rage Against the Dying of the Light. Some of you might have heard this statement, and for others, it may be a new thing. For them, I would like to explain what it is. A Welsh poet named Dylan Thomas had written a very fantastic poem in the year 1947, the title of which wasn't any specific, but the very first line of it is regarded as its title. And the first line is, "Do not go gentle into that good night, rage, rage against the dying of the light." As Toastmaster Rupinder Singh started talking about his mother who was suffering from ailments, I couldn't hear properly as I was off, but I did hear that it was some kind of ailment, and she did fight it very nicely. I would like to mention my grandma over here who had cancer too, and she succumbed to the pressure and she could not survive. We tried to afford the best treatment for her, but that wasn't going to prove of any use because she finally died. Now, let me give you a brief background of the poem. Why did Dylan Thomas write this poem in the first place? Because I consider it very important for you to understand the background of the story, which I'm going to highlight. His father was in a hospital and he was close to dying. In order to give strength to his father, in order to invigorate his father, Dylan Thomas started to encourage him, and thereby he penned down this poem, and then he recited first of all in front of his father, and he survived. He later died in 1954. The poem is long. I'm not going to recite the poem. I'm going to talk about the essence of the poem. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Now, what does light symbolize over here? Light is something which we categorize as hope. The darkness, the opposite of it, is something which can be described hopelessness. Scientifically, it is true that the darkness is all pervasive. Even before the universe was created, there was nothing else in the space but only darkness. There are two forms of light. There is natural light, the natural sources of light, and there are human-made sources of light. Now, be it any source, whether natural or man-made, one day it will stop emitting light. The darkness will cover everything. Darkness is the eternal fact of life. But so long as a man is alive, should he or she succumb to darkness? Why is it important? What is the main thing, which is the theme of the today? I would like to address what is the main thing which truly counts in a person's life. The main thing is to keep fighting. Some of you might have seen the movie The Braveheart. It was a very famous movie in which William Wallace had said that every man dies, but not every man lives. So what is it about dying that we are scared of? I would like to take you back to a place where none of us would want to go, and thankfully, which does not exist today. Let's go back to World War II, where Hitler in Germany had made several concentration and extermination camps for Jews. The purpose of an extermination camp was to burn in gas chambers all the Jews and all other people who were considered not pure or Aryan, because Hitler wanted to establish a pure German race, the Aryan race. So he started burning in gas chambers all these people who were taken as captives, and when they became incapable of performing work in the gas chambers, they're in the extermination camps, so they were finally taken to the gas chambers where they would die. There is one story, there's one psychologist, his name, clinical psychologist, whose name was Viktor E. Frankl, who was one of such captives, who got the license to move to America, but because he did not want to lose his parents alone, so he decided to be taken as a captive. And when he was there in the camp, he recalls his incidents. And his travails is not about why most of the people died over there, but it is about why anyone at all survived. What was it which kept anyone at all survived in the most grim circumstances? He tries to say that life holds potential meaning in almost every possible circumstance. And we must be forever vigilant as to see where does the light lies, what is it, what is that escape mechanism through which we can escape darkness and be working, because we all have got a very limited time, and how the time has to be utilized. All of us have got brilliant plans, all of us crave for popularity, all of us crave for fame, but we have a limited time. So should we allow this time to lapse from our hands, from the grasp of our hands, just by contemplating over the facts or over the factors over which we have no control at all? What should be done in such circumstances? How should life be lived? In Gita, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna himself says that it is the body which perishes. The soul is eternal. It was never born. It will never die. It is a matter and the matter never dies. It forever remains. So even if ultimate stand of our lives is going to be our respective deathbeds, but we should be brave enough to embrace the death with strength. Julius Caesar had said to Brutus that cowardly people die many a times in their lives, but a valiant dies only once. We should rather be valiant and not cowards. I would like to narrate a very brief incident from my life. Since it's Toastmasters Club, it is about public speaking, and I have introduced myself as someone who loves to be a public speaker and who would someday want to be very famous in this particular industry. Once, 10 years ago from today, I wasn't the person that I am right now. Right now, I come entirely unprepared because I was given the chance to speak at the nick of time. I got to know that there's a speech slot vacant and there's nobody that the club could find, so I enrolled myself for it. 10 years ago, I was somebody who never would talk, be it Hindi or English, let alone a stage. I would not even talk to the guests at my home. But I wanted to change that thing, and the spark of changing myself came from none other than the 44th President of the United States of America, Barack Hussein Obama. When I saw that man running for the presidency for the first term in 2008, I made a decision and I told myself that if ever I'm going to talk, I'm going to make sure that when I finish my speech, I do receive a standing ovation. Now that cannot happen in every possibility. It is not in my hand to make people stand up and applaud for me for everything that I've spoken, because many times I talk things which are meaningless. But nevertheless, coming back to the main title of my speech, Rage Against the Dying of the Light. To preserve the light is ultimately something which lies in our own hands. For example, a few months ago, I was somebody who was in Great Depression. The 1929's Great Depression had taken a great toll on the health of the world's economy, and personal depression takes a mental toll on individuals' health. I was somebody who was drinking day in and day out. I had no purpose. I became a drunkard, to be honest. I wanted to quit it, and I couldn't, because I just thought that all hope is lost. There is no hope remaining now. Even right now, I haven't been able to pull myself out of that phase, but I'm trying to somehow strengthen myself, invigorate myself in some possible way that I could finally be able to stand again on my feet. Therefore, I have started seeing the light. And this poem that I've spoken of, Rage Against the Dying of the Light, this was one line. See, if I believe that if there is one passage in a book, if there is one statement in a book, that alone justifies reading of that book. Now, poems are something which are so crucial parts of our life, because be it love, be it anger, be it rage, be it any other form of emotion, poets across the ages have always come up with some masterpieces which we happen to use even till this day. Therefore, I give dedication to Dylan Thomas by again quoting this particular line: do not go gentle into that good night. Rage against the dying of the light. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you. And I am going to read that poem again. Toastmaster Mayank, thank you for sharing that masterpiece with us. May I request a moment of silence, a minute of silence until for the audience to write feedback to the speaker. Timer, please show me a red card at the end of 1 minute. Thank you, Toastmaster Diana. I will request Unique to be a backup timer just in case. Unique, can we have you as a backup timer in
Sure,
addition to Diana?
I'll ping in the chat window green, yellow, and red whenever the time is.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you, Unique. We now move on to our second speaker. And when the second speaker was asked, why did he choose Toastmasters? He said, because this is the only place where I face my fear of public speaking. What a wonderful thing to say. But before that, let's hear another wonderful thing from his speech evaluator, whom I am going to spotlight now. Hi, Arunima, can we very quickly do an audio video check for you?
Yes, hi. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible and you are visible. Arunima says that she loves public speaking and always wanted to be a speaker. And she is now going to speak about Toastmaster Mayank's speech purpose.
Just to correct, talking about the Toastmaster Shaurya speech object, not Mayank. So Shaurya is delivering his speech from L3P2, and the purpose of the project for this member is to deliver a social speeches in front of the club, and time allotted is 3 to 4 minutes. Timer, please note 3 minutes green card, 3 minutes 30 seconds yellow card, 4 minutes red card, and 30-second grades. All the best, Shaurya. Over to you, Rupinder.
Thank you very much. May I request that Toastmaster Shaurya be spotlighted? Toastmaster Shaurya, let's very quickly do an audio video check.
Testing, testing. Is it good?
Tested, tested, tested. You are good to go.
Great.
Toastmaster Shaurya, toast at sister's wedding. Toast at sister's wedding. Toastmaster Shaurya.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. What an occasion. What an unforgettable day. And having you all here makes this day that much more special. So thank you for joining us. And secondly, let me apologize. You see, up till now, at least 15 people have come up to me and asked me, why am I looking so sleepy already? After all, the fairy ceremony hasn't even started yet. In my defense, your bride for the day, or as I like to call her, Miss My Way or the Highway, she actually burst into my room at 4 a.m. for one decorative light. I'm not kidding. For one decorative light that had gone off in front of our house. That is why she invited me to this very important occasion at 4 a.m. You know what? Actually, this is not the first time that she has made me perform a very important duty in my life. So today, I think it's the perfect occasion for me to thank her for all these unforgettable memories that are now coming to my head. So thank you, Disha, for always informing Mummy when I would secretly eat kurkure or my favorite mango fruity. My health is definitely all the better for it. But more importantly, thank you for all your favorite cakes and biscuits and chocolates that I would secretly eat every time you ratted me out. No, they had not been eaten by rats. How did you even accept that? They had actually been my reward for being so responsible and considerate. Thank you, Disha, for poking fun at my fear of dark places every chance you got. It has finally made me capable of watching horror movies. In fact, I've actually learned a lot from them. Do you remember catching a cold because you forgot to use your blanket all those nights? Actually, the credit goes to me. I used to pick your blanket and throw it on the floor to prevent ghosts from disturbing you, of course. You've seen all those movies and the hassle that they create. And thank you, Disha, for your quality brush that I've used to clean my wash basin all these years, for your nice clothes that would clean my table so properly, and also for your piggy bank that has graciously financed my movie tickets up till now. And for last night, when I realized you've actually instilled all these good habits in me. So thanks a lot for that. But today, I must also thank the person who has resurrected my missing freedom, Shankul Jiju. Jiju, thank you for selflessly volunteering to exchange your freedom for mine. As a thank you gift for helping me out, it's my duty to say, beware. Seriously, beware. You are getting a compassionate friend, a virtuous guide, and an unconditionally loving human being, all rolled into this one 5 feet package sat right next to you. She's much weirder than anyone else you know. And believe me, she is the only person that you will ever need by your side. She will always make you invigorated for even the weirdest moments in life by actually being weirder than those moments themselves. So, ladies and gentlemen, let us raise our glasses to two of the most wonderful human beings we all know and to the most perfect match we've ever seen. Cheers. And don't listen to the lies that she'll be telling you after the speech gets over. She's just jealous of me because I'm much more awesome than she'll ever be, and she knows it. And you also know it. So keep filling up your glasses through the evening, everyone, and have a wonderful time. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Shaurya, for calling your sister's husband a martyr. As a fellow husband, I can empathize. But let's take a minute to write feedback to Shaurya, who I'm pretty sure is going to get beaten up by his sister once she listens to the speech. Thank you, Diana. Let's launch the polls for the best speaker. Request that the polls be launched. And there they are. Let's take a moment to vote for the best speaker. And while those polls are going on, let us now move to our next section, which is the fun section, which is the table topics section. When you are focusing on the main thing, there are so many things that are happening around you. Yesterday, I happened to listen to this excellent lecture by Toastmaster Anna Whistler about your dream team. She asked the question that who is in your dream team? Is it people you love, or is it people that are capable? It was a new line of thought for me, because our tendency is to get people we think are dear to us, people who will be loyal to us. we often disregard the people who can actually help us achieve our goals. So maybe when it comes to the main thing, the right people are not the dearest of the people. They are there to support you, to cheer for you, but they're not the part of the dream team that is going to go out there and deliver the goods. One person I always want in my dream team is our table topics master. He is the president of this club. I asked him, why did he join Toastmasters? And he said initially to learn the art of public speaking. Eventually, it evolved into mastering public speaking and learning leadership. Well, you have come a long way, Anshuman. Let me just spotlight you first and then ask you the question. Can we do a very quick audio video check?
Am I audible and visible?
You are both audible, you're both visible, you're weapons free, you're clear to engage. I love saying that.
Thanks a lot, distinguished Toastmaster Rupinder Singh. And all of you, welcome to Turning Point Toastmaster Table Topic section. Before we begin that, VP Education requested me to take a group fee for all of us. So request us all to open up our videos for a quick group fee, as we call it. Shaurya, Sikand, Mayank, Ravi, Udit. Request us all to open up our screens.
Guests, if you could also open up your videos, it will help. If not, we'll understand. Can we do this? Live long and prosper. Yeah. Oh, I watched Big Bang Theory and I was reminded of Spock. Oh, who's taking the?
I can take
in short.
it. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. The main thing. One of the main things in our speeches is definitely something known as vocal variety. What brings vocal variety to any speech is the flow of emotions that you bring into a speech. And that is what we'll be practicing today. So the rule of the game is I'll be giving you an emotion and I'll be giving you a topic. So you have to speak on that topic in the emotion that I have given. For example, if I have given you the emotion of sadness, you'll be talking very sadly. You will be emoting in a way that feels sad. So something on these lines. My default mode is an excited mode. So I'll be sharing the topics in an excited mode. But the challenge is for you to practice your emotions, and that will help you practice in the long term for your speeches. So I'd like to first invite an experienced Toastmaster to attempt this speech. Unique, will you like to go?
Sure.
All right. So your emotion is that of fear. So you can get into your acting mode of being fearful. And your topic is, do you celebrate the things you do have? Do you celebrate the things that you do have, Toastmaster Unique?
Well, I will spare you the thing. You don't want to see that. But anyways, yeah, fear. I mean, I try to. Yeah, I think it's a human nature that we tend to look into things when they are gone. And for example, right now, when I was like 1.5 years ago, I used to live in Gurgaon with my friends, and we used to enjoy and we used to do bike rides. And at that time, those that situation seemed very ordinary. That it's not anything happening or something. It's just a normal thing. We live, we go to job, and we have fun. But right now, if you say me that you can have that life back, I will grab it by both hands. Right now, I am stuck at home like anybody else, and rarely go outside with the fear of not contracting my parents with COVID. So yeah, so that is the fear aspect of it. The thing we mostly fear these days is like not that we will get COVID. We generally fear that we don't give it to our loved ones, or even to anyone, not just loved ones, but especially our loved ones. So that's why even those who are young and might not be that affected by COVID also try to refrain from going outside just in order to protect their families. But yeah, coming back to the topic, it's human tendency not to value the things when they are with you, and always see in the retrospect. As they say that hindsight is 18 by 18. So that's definitely something I look into, that I show gratitude for what I have currently, and that really helps in valuing the things that you already have. I mean, if there is nothing else to be joyous of, you can at least be joyous that at least you are breathing. Some of us slept last night and never got up. I know it's a very grim thing to say, but even if nothing else is working, that definitely works, and that's truth. It's just a matter of perspective. It's not like I'm romanticizing or like making it a grim situation. It's the truth. It's just the perspective we would want to look into it. And also, even if you are walking, you should be very grateful that you are even walking right now, and everything will eventually go away. So yeah, before making it too grim, I would like to hand over to our table topic master.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Yulu. Request us to get our theater side up, feel those emotions deeply. And for the next topic, I'd like to invite Surbhi on the virtual stage. Surbhi, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
So a very tricky one for you. The emotion is that of anger and rage. But you feel very angry, get your anger out. And your topic is, what makes you smile? What makes you smile, Toastmaster Surbhi?
Okay, that's very contradicting. Smile is something that is very dear to me, because if I don't smile, I really don't feel good. And I feel each one of us should smile and smile our way out to the situations that we don't find comfortable in. I remember a time when I was in my college. I have always found happiness in doing some extracurriculars and doing something out of the box and standing out of the crowd. It was something that made me smile the most. And there were some people who were not that supporting, and they were always trying to pull the leg, or maybe not wanting me to achieve better. So I remember there was a time when I was going to interview myself for a position of a house head in my college, and there was this friend of mine, and I was the only girl who was going for this particular position, as this was something that was not meant for most of the girls didn't used to go for that. However, I really liked that position. And I remember there are some people with whom you can never be friends. You are always in a zone of taunting each other, and you can never be friends. Either you can taunt each other, or you can be like a brother sister equation where you're just pulling each other hair, and like that only. I had one friend of mine with whom I could never, not a friend, an acquaintance of mine with whom I could never be a friend. So we used to pull each other's leg a lot. And when I was going for that interview, he said some really shitty things to me, and I was so angry that now you see, I will make you prove that I can get that position. And I remember when I just got it, I was extremely happy. And but one thing that didn't come in my mind was to demean him. It never came into my mind. I always was humble enough to help people when I was at that position, and and this is something that gives me smile when I get some position, and I try my best to help people and be humble enough, because I am fortunate to get it, and it is my duty to just to make justice to that position, and I feel this is something that makes me smile a lot. Thank you. Over to you, table topic master.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Sulbu. I think this exercise makes us realize how challenging it is to make the audience feel an emotion and yourself feel an emotion when you're talking and emoting in parallel. For me, it's a huge challenge, but at the same time, definitely, I hope we are able to practice more. Now, next, I'd like to invite Toastmaster Geeta on the stage for the next topic.
Yeah.
Toastmaster Geeta, you have to be, the emotion is sadness. You can either feel lonely or guilty, but you have to feel sad from within. And your topic is, what is your greatest skill? What is your greatest skill, Toastmaster Geeta?
Thank you so much. My God, these days I feel so lonely and upset. But so what if I'm lonely? Even then, there is somebody who always gives me company, the little baby who is there with me even right now. She's there. This is the greatest skill, that I can talk to her. I can talk to her, I can smile with her, and she responds. She responds to whatever I say without judging me, And it is so interesting to be with her. This is the greatest skill. I can talk with the baby, and she understands my language, and I seem to understand her language. Together, when she shows me, when I talk, she gives me a smile that makes everything else on this earth meaningless. She invigorates me, gives me all the energy that is required in me. So this is what we do together. Together, when everybody else is not there in the house, together we go out, we plan and we go out. And that is what is the most amazing thing that I have these days. I love to be with her. I love to go out with her, and I enjoy her company. And somehow when people come during the COVID time, when people come and try to not use their protection without the mask, that really irritates me. That really makes me very sad. How can somebody do that to a little baby, an infant? They come without the mask. We know what is going on around us, and even though I tell them directly not to come without protection, in spite of that, they do not listen, and they do not understand. They do not understand the gravity of the situation. And that makes me very sad. And otherwise, it's a blessing to be in the company of children. I have been a teacher all my life, and I loved children. I used to love going out with them to various places, and that keeps me smiling all the time. Thank you. Back to you, Tabletop Master.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Geeta. That was an amazing attempt at both emotions and the topic. Thank you for sharing that. Next, I'd like to invite Toastmaster Avinash, who looks to have, oh, he had to leave. So Toastmaster Rajesh on the virtual stage to attempt the next topic. Rajesh, are you ready? Rajesh, just confirming if you're around. Well, we'll come back to Rajesh later. Now, Toastmaster Ravi, or Ravi, like, will you like to attend the next topic? Whoever is ready, requested to please raise your hand, just checking with whoever is available. Swati, will you like to attend the next topic? We have a very shy crowd today. Honestly, just practicing this really helps you up, raise your table topics and impromptu speaking skills. I think all of us are aware of it. Toastmaster, right, so distinguished Toastmaster Anant is raising his hand. Yes, definitely. Distinguished Toastmaster Anant, would you like to go next?
Anshuman, I don't know. I'm not able to hear you properly. Your voice is a little bit low. So you might want to announce the topic louder if at all you choose me to speak over next.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
So Anant, your emotion is that of joy and ecstasy.
Joy and ecstasy.
Yeah, that's the emotion, and I'm going to give you a topic. So you have to speak on the topic with that emotion in your voice.
Okay, one request before that, I might not be able to switch my video on. I'm kind of in a dark area right now. So Techmaster might want to unspotlight the previous speaker. Yes, go ahead, please.
Sure. So your topic is, what can money not buy? What can money not buy? Distinguished Toastmaster Anand.
Money. You may have come across this topic so many times that what if you could have $1 million suddenly pop up in your bank account? What all would you like to buy? Let me tell you all what money cannot buy. Money cannot buy that early morning snooze freedom for your alarm. Ask Sumit how much he likes to snooze that alarm button. Ask maybe my wife how much she hates it when I just snooze it and the entire household is awake by the time I eventually wake up. Apologies for this luxury that I'm having right now, that vehicles are passing by me and I am attending a Toastmasters meeting without being in a metro city right now. That is what money cannot buy. That is what you get with the advance of technology, and that is what you get with the a cheap smartphone at your hand and a good enough geo connections in a remote village in Rajasthan. That is what money could not have bought 5 years ago. Money cannot buy innovation. Money cannot buy, street smartness. Money cannot buy creativity. That is where it becomes a level playing field for anybody and everybody. If you scan through the history, do you find any king or any rich people across the history whose name you would find on the top of the creativity list? Not at all. It would be someone who was a mere dropout from the college. It would be at the turn of this century, someone who did not finish college, someone who started a computer assembling startup from the garage of his house, someone who borrowed money, 10,000 rupees to be precise, from his wife and created something like Infosys. Money cannot buy all of this. So Anshuman, if you ask me what money cannot buy, well, creativity, entrepreneurship, street smartness, and the undying spirit of improving yourself. Money cannot buy all of this. Over to you.
Thanks a lot, Anant. That was a very joyous and energetic speech from your end. And I'd like to invite the last table topic speaker for the evening. Who is it going to be? Anyone willing to take a chance? Udit, Swati, Ravi.
We have Dr. Gangte and also.
Okay. Sure. Udit, I think Udit raised his virtual hand first. So Udit, your emotion is that of terror. You're terrorized right now. And your topic is, how do you spend the majority of your free time? How do you spend the majority of your free time with it?
My free time? How do I spend my free time? I spend my free time by doing nothing. Just imagining various scenarios in my mind and by imagining various things which could go wrong and how could they go wrong. My free time is full of terror and full of negative emotions. I don't know what I do in my free time. I try various things in my free time. Like I try to read books, but then the scenario changes and all these thoughts come up in my mind. I don't know what I have to do. Free time scares the hell out of me. It doesn't give me a clue what do I want to do with my life, what do I want to do in in this current situation, where am I going forward. It scares a lot. Everything in that free time scares the hell out of me. Whether it is whether I'm alone in my home or the time when I don't have any work to do, I can't, you know, take the time. That's why I keep myself busy as much as possible because I am not the type of person who could do anything in my free time. Back to you, tabletop.
Thanks a lot, Udit. That was so much fun. And thanks a lot, everyone, for participating in this very challenging activity. And I hope you remember to use emotions in your next impromptu or prepared speech, because it definitely adds to the vigor of your speech or your impromptu speeches and elevates that role or that speech to the next level. It was wonderful being your table topic master for the evening. I'd like to hand over the seat back to the Toastmaster of the day, distinguished Toastmaster Rupinder Singh. Over to you.
Thank you. And may I request that the polls for the best table topic speaker be launched? Thank you. Please vote for the best table topic speaker. We've had some timing glitches and I've been requested to ignore time. So please vote without keeping in mind the time taken by the speakers.
I would like to request the host of the day. Has the timer changed to chat window?
Yes, we are having some challenges with the timing screen. So just keep an eye on the chat window.
Thank you.
Another piece of news is that Arunima unfortunately had to leave because of a medical emergency. So Toastmaster Shaurya, she will be sending you her written chat later. So we'll be only having the evaluation from Toastmaster Priyanka for now. I will end the polls. Thank you. Now, I started with a quote that the main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing. Obviously, the keyword here is focus. How do you keep focus? If you were working for 4 hours, would you be expected to work for all those 4 hours? If you were asked to work for 8 hours, let's say from 8 o'clock to 4 o'clock in the evening, would you be expected not to get up from your seat? Studies have shown that if you are going to work at a continuous stretch, your productivity goes down. Instead, there is this technique which I am about to share with you, which you can use to boost your productivity and keep the main thing by focusing on the main thing. Ready for an invigorating experience? Well, here it comes. The technique is called the Pomodoro technique. Pomodoro is Italian for a tomato. And there is something called a Pomodoro timer. It is like a kitchen timer that your mother uses. But this one is programmed at 25 plus 5 minutes interval. What it suggests is the Pomodoro technique. It says that whatever you want to do, whatever you're working on, you work on it for continuous 25 minutes without doing anything else. Then you take a 5-minute break. Then you work again for 25 minutes and you take another 5 minutes break. In 1 hour, you have effectively worked for 50 minutes, but it is 50 minutes of focused work. In 2 hours, you will work for 100 minutes, taking 20 minutes break at 5 minutes each, for 5 minutes each. But it is 100 minutes of focused work, and research has shown that using the Pomodoro technique, you can increase your productivity. Now, talking of increasing our productivity, another way to increase our productivity is to listen where we can go right. And in order to understand where we can go right, I will now request that our general evaluator, Toastmaster Sumit Bansal, be spotlighted. Toastmaster Sumit, let's have a very quick audio video check.
Hi, distinguished Toastmaster Upinder Singh.
You are audible and you are visible. So Sumit joined Toastmasters to improve communication skills and gain more confidence. I give you the Rahul Dravid of VP Education. Toastmaster Sumit, take it away.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Rupinder Singh. I welcome you all to the evaluation session of Turning Point Toastmaster meeting. So we do have, here is the structure of this evaluation session. First, we will be having evaluation of the speakers, post which I will be evaluating all the table topic speakers. After that, our tag team will be presenting their report, post which I will overall evaluate the meeting in general. Let us start with the evaluation of the speakers. To evaluate speaker number 1, Toastmaster Mayank, we have evaluator Priyanka. I would request Techmaster to spotlight the evaluator Priyanka. Over to you, Toastmaster Priyanka.
Thank you, General Evaluator. A speech given by Mayank, I would say inspirational. The examples he used from all over the world, from different eras, actually have moved me. I love the impromptu skills in Mayank's speech. He took the example given by Rupinder in his Toastmaster a Day session and how he used to give the message of light instead of darkness. How he wrapped around gives the impromptu skills which he has today. He also used the word of the day very nicely. So with that, I would say he could be a really great table topic speaker with these impromptu skills. The second thing which I loved about his speech is the ethos part. He really used the quote given by the poet and also mentioned the name of the poet. Usually we miss out the sayings or the poems whichever we quote during the speech. And this is really important whenever we quote someone. This gives us that the speaker is giving the citation about the person who has written the poem or the saying. How could we make this inspirational speech the best speech over the world? The expression used by a speaker could be improved a bit more. Whenever he's using examples like the sad examples, the examples of Hitler, how the people were kept in the gas chamber. That is very, very depressing moment. Like this, the way I did, we can make the expression down. And when you when you talk about the light instead of darkness, you can change your expressions. The way you got inspiration after 10 years, how you develop public speaking skills. Second recommendation I would like to give is the logic. How logic I'm talking about. When we are giving an inspirational speech or any example as such during our speech, or whenever we want to give a message to people, we would like to say how we did it. For example, when we are introducing when the people in all the examples have overcome the darkness and got the light, how they got the light. Most of the examples, we had so many examples throughout the speech. However, we did not know how did you got the light. So if we work on how we did it, there we can do, where there we can make our speech the best. And a suggestion from my side, how could we do it? Instead of using so many examples, we can stick to one example or two examples and explain it thoroughly and use our expression the way we can. And with our already impromptu skills and our ethos, we can make this speech the best inspirational speech ever we have heard. And the audience going back will be really inspired and moved the way I have been today. Thank you very much. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Priyanka. Next, we have evaluated to Toastmaster Arunima. So Toastmaster Arunima is not here. Yeah. So for speaker 2, Shaurya, I will request Arunima to. I will request you to catch up with Arunima later after the meeting. Moving on to the table topics evaluation session, I will be evaluating all the table topic speakers. Timer, please time me for 3 to 4 minutes. Starting with speaker number 1, Toastmaster Unique. Your topic was you celebrate the things you do have. It was really like a topic where you kind of get confused because you have too many stories. And at the beginning, you have showed that symptoms, you do have the stories, but you don't like where to start or which story to start. You have to handle that, you have taken the proper timing in the beginning, you have taken the proper breaks, and you came up with the story. Your story was well clear. A big kudos to you. It was a brilliant attempt from your side. Moving on to the speaker 2, Toastmaster Surbi. What makes you smile? As you started, the story was clear in your mind, but I felt like you were hurried up. You could have taken proper breaks. It could have resulted into usage of better words or put up in a better way. Overall, it was a great attempt, and whatsoever the topic was there, you have completely related it. There was a proper beginning and end to the story, to your table topic attempt. Moving on to the next 2 speakers, Toastmaster Geeta and Toastmaster Anand. I really like the way both of you attempted the table topics. The table topic master has already made the difficult part more difficult for all of us who all have attempted the table topics. First, you have to speak in the emotion solver part, and other thing, you do have to speak on an impromptu topic. For Toastmaster Geeta, it was kind of mutually exhaustive, like the way you do have to be sad at one and you do have to share your greatest skill. So it's like if you are sharing your greatest skill, you will be much more happy, but you have to be sad. So you have completely tackled it in a very excellent way. Similarly, for distinguished Toastmaster Anand, I completely felt the energy, the joy, the way you are enjoying your topic, and how you have properly put up what a money can't buy. Over and all, you mentioned that I am snoozing my alarm, but I do not need alarm these days. Next, Toastmaster Udit. How do you spend money of your free time and you do have to speak in a way like you are terrorized? Your face was completely signifying your terror. Your story was completely signifying your terror. I really felt like the voice, it could have been made more terrorized. Overall, a good attempt, a beautiful attempt by all the table topic speakers. Before moving on, I would request that poll master to launch the polls for the best evaluation.
We will not have polls for best evaluation, general
Oh, yeah.
evaluator, since there is only one evaluator. Let's move on to the auxiliary player roles.
Thank you for clarification. Next, we have our tech role players who will be giving their reports. First of all, I would like to call the grammarian of the day, Toastmasters Preeti. Tech Master, please spotlight Toastmasters Preeti. Over to you, Toastmasters Preeti.
Thank you, General Evaluator. I would just like to share my screen for the purpose of report. So starting with word of the day, the word of the day, invigorate, was used 5 times in the meeting today, twice by Toastmaster Mayank while delivering his speech, and once by Toastmaster Shaurya in his prepared speech, and once by Toastmaster Geeta in the table topic as a table topic speaker, and once by Rupinder as Toastmaster of the day. Coming over to good usages, we had a lot of good usages, but I've just highlighted few of them. Last by no means the least, this was a phrase used by distinguished Toastmaster Rupinder. And few good words by Toastmaster Mayank, vigilant, contemplating potential. And Toastmaster Shaurya used the phrase miss my way or the highway while describing his sister. And Toastmaster Unique, while as a table topic speaker, used the idiom grab with both hands, and Toastmaster Surbhi used out of the box or standing out of the crowd as a table topic speaker. Coming over to the incorrect usages, I think I really had a good day today. So we had just 2 of them. Make justice to something. It can be better phrased as do justice to something, and it's a very common error. We tend to use second form of the verb with did. I would request all of you to kindly use first form of the verb with did. And with this, I think I wrap up my grammarian report, and we had no mispronunciations today. And I would just request all of you to kindly see these words and maybe carry forward them. That's all from my side. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmasters Smriti, for your detailed report. Next, we have our counter of the day, Toastmaster Rama. I would request Rama to switch on their camera and unmute herself.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much, General Evaluator. Now, I would like to share my screen to share my counter report. So my role was to track R's, arms, filler words, pauses and crutch words. Now, I would like to appreciate those who spoke flawlessly, including Arunima, Anshuman, Rupinder, Samriddhi, Shaurya, Priyanka, Arunima, Anshuman and Udit. Now, I would like to share some comments. Like Sumit spoke flawlessly, but he had 9 R's and 1 repetition. So my feedback to Sumit to work on R's. And now coming to Mayank. Mayank, you spoke flawlessly, but you had 5 repetitions. So I request you to work on your repetitions. Now, Unique, your topic was very good and you spoke flawlessly, but you had 22 R's. So I request to work on your R's. And Surbhi, you had a wonderful speech, but you used 1 hour and 2 repetitions. And Geeta, you spoke flawlessly and you had 2 hours. And Anand, you had 6 hours, but you spoke flawlessly. So today we had total 43 hours and 14 repetitions and 1 pause. Thank you so much everyone. Over to General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rama. Next, as a timer, I will be delivering the report. So first of all, we do have the backout of the timer, and at last moment we have given this role and to Toastmaster Diana and Toastmaster Unique for taking up this responsibility. First of all, kudos to both of you. I would request everyone to give a big round of applause for them. However, we felt that there was a miscommunication. We were not able to see the timer cards, or we were not able to see the virtual backgrounds of the color. But still, we observed that meeting role players have highlighted the cards through comment box, and the purpose of the timing cards or whatsoever as the timer is to inform you that we are running late on time. It has served, but still there was a communication gap. We are sorry for that. Overall, as there was a communication gap, there wouldn't be any disqualification on the basis of timing for today. Moving on to the general evaluation report, I will start with evaluating the meeting in general from the start as the role player has appeared on the stage in a chronological order. I would request timer, give me a 5 to 7 minutes to time me for 5 to 7 minutes. Starting with Sergeant at Arms today, Sergeant at Arms Arunima, she started the meeting on time. She explained the club rules and also stated the club mission statement, and it was properly read. I somehow felt that the installation officer could be introduced in a much very well detailed way. She could have improved on that part. Next, we do have presiding officer, Toastmaster Anshuman. As the new installation ceremony took place, I really like the way you have mentioned about the achievements of the TPTM. And to be distinguished or to be Hall of Fame, we all do have to put the efforts collectively. And it's a big challenge for the coming executive committee. And you have highlighted the same. I really like the way. And I also observed all the minute role of as a presiding officer to introduce all the role players, all the dignitaries were properly followed. Toastmaster of the day, Rupinder Singh. I really like the way how you have introduced, how you have started with the theme of the day by sharing a personal story. It really sets the energy high and invigorates all the role players to be little bit more impromptu when they are given the chance. A big kudos to Toastmaster Rupinder, how he handles multiple roles at the same time, as a Toastmaster of the day, parallelly as a tech master, and parallelly sometimes he has taken the responsibility of a timer also. A big round of applause to the Toastmaster of the day, Rupinder Singh. All the minute details of the meeting, all the minute part of the meeting, for example, sharing the polls on the time and all the transitions between the different sessions, you have properly excelled on them. And I really like the way how you transition from one session to another, like you are narrating some story and at the same time we are predicting something like this will end it this way, and how you buckle it up with the next person who will be playing the next session. It's always invigorating to see you as a Toastmaster of the day. Next, feedback to the evaluators. Today, Toastmaster Priyanka, you have properly read out all the speech objectives. I do felt like you have given the personalized evaluation to the speakers, the hard work you have put up while listening to the speech. It was clearly visible when you were giving the evaluation. However, I felt like the recommendation you have given, it was very bold. You could have given the recommendation by sharing your personal experience. For example, you mentioned about the incident, how the Hitler experience shared by the speaker was terrorizing you. You could have shared your personal experience, like how you have felt while he was explaining that experience. It could have been much more constructively and invigorating for the speaker. Overall, you have given a very well report and you have properly used a CRC approach. Moving on to my tag team, starting with the grammarian Toastmaster Smriti. I do have seen how much progress you have taken while doing the grammarian role. Your report, as always, was well delivered, and it was highlighting all the achievement, all the good words, all the bad words. And I also felt how constructively you have given the report. A big kudos to you. Later, for the counter of the day, yeah, I would request everyone first to vote for the best auxiliary role player.
You carry on, Sumit.
Yeah, for our counter of the day, the report was very well visible. It was very well delivered. Howsoever, I felt whenever we are sharing the screen, you should highlight all the important things. You should not go into very well detail. All the person, like for me, I was able to see I am not good. I do have to improve in ours. But similarly, I do see there was another person who was also highlighted in that part. So you could have collectively taken the name of those persons and highlighted it in a very shorter way. And next, overall, this meeting was very well organized. I do felt like if there could have been more cameras on throughout the meeting, it could have been a more invigorating experience for everyone. Parallelly, I felt the chatting window was very much used today. The problem, there is like problem also, and it kind of solves it also. It needs to be balanced, like whosoever is using that chatting, it is using it in a good way. For example, if you are using chatting for a timer cards to highlight the timing, it's a good way. But if you want to send a message, your personal anecdote, whenever the speaker is delivering a speech, it could kind of disrupt the speaker or kind of disrupts the energy of the listener. It could distract it. So I would request everyone, so whosoever is using the chatting, use it wisely. Overall, I felt there was a positive and supportive learning environment present throughout the meeting. That was a great part of the meeting. We do always try to provide a positive and supportive learning experience. And overall, my team also provided a constructive feedback. I do feel it could have helped everyone to improve themselves. With this, I have concluded my report and I would like to pass the stage back to the Toastmaster of the day, distinguished Toastmaster Rupinder Singh.
Thank you very much, General Evaluator Sumit. And now the moment that you have all been waiting for. Before I share it with you, When you focus on your main thing, you will come across many distractions. Some of them will be people trying to throw you off track. I recall a quote by Indira Gandhi, our former Prime Minister. She said that her father taught her one thing about politics. There are people who will play politics, and there are people who will perform. And he said, always be among those who perform, because there is very less competition out there. So, effectively, learn to keep the main thing the main thing. You may have been wondering why I have gone about asking you, why did you choose Toastmasters, and why am I asking people, why am I quoting people as to why they chose Toastmasters throughout the day today or throughout the course of this meeting? Well, that is your main thing. Every time you feel distracted, every time you feel, what am I doing in Toastmasters? Am I improving? Am I not improving? Will this work? Will this not work? What does that person think about me? What does the world not think about me? Remind yourself as to why you joined Toastmasters, because that is the main thing. And like I said, the main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing. Check your inboxes. There is something hitting it right now. On that note, I would like to give up the stage as a Toastmaster of the meeting. It has been an absolute honor and a relief to see my presiding officer back in business. As I take my leave, I spotlight him and I leave you in
Thanks
better
a
hands.
lot, distinguished Toastmaster Rupinder Singh. Request us to raise the poll for the best role play before we move forward. And if possible, can we declare the results right away? Rupinder.
We'll not be taking feedback from guests.
Sure, we can do that prior to the results.
Yeah, just go about taking feedback from the guests, and I will generate the certificates in the meanwhile.
All right, Sikand, will you like to share your feedback? Sikand, are you around? Right, we'll come back to you. Deanna, how was your experience for the evening today?
Can I would suggest that I'm putting on the speaker view. Tomorrow is Diana's birthday. Can we all sing happy birthday to her? Can you please open your screens, everyone? Let's do it once again. I was told I don't sing very well, so let's get started. 1, 2, go.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Diana. Happy birthday to you. Okay, you can go about collecting.
Right, thanks a lot, Diana. Wish you a very happy birthday. Next, I'd like to ask our newly installed area director, Avinash, of how you felt about the meeting for the time you could attend today.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anshuman. I thoroughly enjoyed the meeting. I loved the complete atmosphere. I'm sorry that I missed out during the table topic session, but starting from the prepared speeches till the end, like I love the energy in Turning Point Toastmasters. Looking forward to attending a couple of meetings in the future. And thank you so much once again for giving me the opportunity to come.
You'll
Thanks
have
a
to
lot for
attend. You'll have to attend more than couple because you'll have to write the area report. So
Sure. Thank you, distinguished.
thanks a lot, Toastmaster Avinash. Next, I'd like to ask Udit of his experience for the evening today. Udit, how was your experience for the evening?
Mine was good as usual, but I'm no longer the guest. Unluckily, I'm a member of this club only.
Wow. Clearly, I require to be updated on the club roster. My bad, but yeah, glad to have you as a member. And please don't take up roles with it
Sure.
so that I don't consider you as a guest. Anyhow, thank you for joining. And Survi, I'm assuming you are also a member, but I guess Spearhead. But yeah, we'd like to know how was your experience of running?
My experience was great as usual, and definitely I really like the table topics, the way you tried to make people emote their emotions. It was really good, and apart from it, everything was nice. I enjoy attending these meetings. Even I look forward to Thursdays and Saturdays to attend these Sundays to attend this meeting. So it was great.
Well, thanks a lot for joining as always. And Mayank, our star speaker for today, how was your experience for the evening? You're on mute.
Yes, hello.
Yes, we can hear you now.
Hi, everybody. My name is Mayank and I'm from Jaipur Toastmasters Club. I got to know that there was a speech slot vacant at your club yesterday when the message was circulated in the WhatsApp group of our club. And even though I did not know that if I have any speech in my mind, but I said it yes, right, very at the moment. So, and even till 4 o'clock this day, I wasn't prepared. I didn't know what I was going to deliver my speech on. But then I somehow remembered this poem that I have read it recently and that it had a great impression on me. So I formed my speech based on this only. And it was nice to deliver the speech at your meeting. I have known DTM Rupinder Singh before as well. He might not remember me, but I have the honor of meeting him in person twice in Noida, I guess. And the rest of the members, it was very good meeting you all. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, Mayank. Now I'd like to hand over the stage to distinguished Toastmaster Rupinder to declare the results for the evening. Over to you, Rupinder.
yes, I will declare the results first. I just have to find the right window. I am at the right window. Yes, I am. Now I am. Okay, I'm sharing the screen, everyone. Please stay patient. Okay, so we use this to generate certificates. All you see are a bunch of links. Some of them have opened up. We're going to look at the top 3 table topic speakers for today. And our best, the third best table topic speaker for today is from Spearhead Toastmasters, one of the most enthusiastic people I know. Many congratulations, Shurbi Mittal. Let's. Ooh. You want to unmute yourself and shout, scream, clap. You can do that. This is a very good time to do that. Everyone, thank you very much. Now, again, the usual suspects take over, and our best table topic, second best table topic speaker today is Geeta Kashyap. Woo! Our best table topic speaker today is distinguished Toastmaster Anant Katyayani. Great job, Anant. Proud of you. Now let's look at the best auxiliary role player. It was a no-brainer, literally. What a wonderful grammarian report. Many congratulations, Samriddhi. Amazing to see your improvement. I love that you kept to the basics. The best role player. Okay, you might want to announce it, Unique.
Yeah, it goes to our Toastmaster of the day, the person announcing the awards. Distinguished Toastmaster of the person.
Yeah, and I accept it in all humility and contriteness and contrition. Our best speaker for today is going to get beaten up by his sister, but many congratulations, Shaurya Chauhan. Thank you very much, everyone. I will stop the share now. And with that, presiding officer, do you want me to stop the recording?
Yes, please. And thanks a lot, everyone. Thanks a lot, everyone, for joining. It was wonderful being your presiding officer.